had 2 kids. We'd always thought we'd have 3, but decided nope, we were done, and that just got changed for us by pure luck. And in September of 2008, I found out I was carrying identical twins. My husband wasn't with me, and when I went and told him, he was all excited and I was all panicked. I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to feed 2 babies? I can't understand that. Saw my OB every 2 to 3 weeks, had ultrasounds once every 4 to 6 that they were scheduled for, and didn't really have any awareness of the risks. So I got in for this ultrasound, and every time I had one, it was this: is the membrane there? Is it not there? Can we see it? Can we not see it? And that's what they kept saying to me. Oh, we need to get someone else to come check. And by the 3rd person coming to see my ultrasound, I then knew something was going on. My doctor walked in and he's like, you know, I always told you we wouldn't have to worry about preterm labor, right? I said, yeah. He's like, but I always told you I was going to watch the size of these babies. I said, mm-hmm. He said, there's something wrong with the size of these babies. That was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By 8:30, I was admitted at Sinai. In twin to twin, what starts to happen is this baby's sections of the placenta, these connections start going this way. So instead of circulating with one baby and it returning all its nutrients to itself, it starts to send nutrients to the other baby. And so you end up with this overload of fluid on one side and nothing on the other because there's a lack of nutrients. So they cauterize, for lack of a better term, all of those vessels to stop that transfer from happening. At the start of the surgery, they told us, they did the scanning, and they said things had advanced rapidly. We had severe high drops. So Cole, who is our recipient, his abdomen was completely full of fluid. They were just shocked. And his heart was definitely affected. So they told us at the end of the surgery, they know they got all the vessels, they felt very comfortable, but they said he's really sick, and we're going to send you for a fetal echo tomorrow and just to see how much damage there is to this heart. And so the following day, an orderly took us over to sick kids, and we went up to the fetal echo area and, got ready for this ultrasound, and the doctor starts scanning, and he just stopped, and he's like, I'm sorry, this baby has no heartbeat. I couldn't wrap my head around what it was going to be like to deliver a dead baby, and I just couldn't, how am I going to be excited for this one and then not be excited for this one? And he'd been gone for 11 weeks by the time he was born. They asked us if we wanted to see Cole again. I held him, and together we talked about, our dreams for him, and we shared our thoughts and what we'd planned, and I apologized. And that was so hard, to apologize to your child, because you couldn't save them. And I know now that I had nothing. There's nothing that any mom who's expecting identical twins does to cause twin to twin or any of the other complications. But in my head, it was just this, why couldn't I stop this? Why couldn't I save you?
Because
it's like there's these 2 boys, because he's this wild, crazy boy at times, and he's so loud and talkative, and then he can be so quiet and serious and just intense at other times. So I really do believe that Cole's spirit lives in Cam's body, and I do have my twins there with me all the time. And there's these little images of Cam at times where he looks different. It gives you a different look in his face, and I think, yeah, I bet you that's what Cole, that would have been Cole's look. I've learned so much about twin to twins since then. It's been 6 years. And I know I should have been scanned more often. I should have been scanned every 2 weeks.